fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
So for the Trailblazers, Eubanks comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in for Shaw. And then for Toronto, Achua, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. And Anunoby subbed in for Trent. Van Vliet outside. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
And the pass to Thibault. Back to Simons. To the inside. That shot off. Good defense by MP. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. 10-point lead. This is their victory. And so it's the Toronto Raptors bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
For your Trailblazers youth dance team. Fans, have a big round of applause.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Scotty Barnes.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. And it's Thibault in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Back to Van Vliet. Down low, a fader. And MP with the basket on the assist from Van Vliet.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, the Blazers missed the playoffs last season for the first time in almost a decade. Coach Billups says, it's been a lot here so far, but I just know that I'm built for this. This is what I do, and it gives me the opportunity to stand up as a man to show that I can lead. I'm ready for it. Kevin?
I think he is, and he's embracing the challenge, which is fun to watch. David, thanks. Back to Lillard.
Perfect play call to give him a clean look.
Back to Van Vliet. The 3. Section by MP. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession.
Down the lineup.
Charge checked in for Matisse Thybulle.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And that one's good, Barnes.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Grant for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Grant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Grant is going to have to expand his range. And how about the confidence on that jumper?
Toronto
stuck with the Blazers through thick and thin. It's why he is beloved in Portland.
Toronto leading by 6.
The second half. Let's hear it for your Trailblazers.
Van Vliet outside. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's MP. Some solid defense from Grant. And at some point, Greg, you wonder if Lillard is the greatest Blazer of all time.
Listen, he is in the conversation. You'd have to include Walden, Drexler up there. But Lillard's resume in Portland has a strong argument.
Clock at 6. Bounce pass, Simons. Here's Sharp. Good D by Barnes. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. To the paint, ball's knocked loose. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Jeremy Grant picks one up. For Toronto, they had shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And on the season, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Chris Boucher's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Scotty Barnes. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Trent. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Trailblazers trail by 10, setting the floor for the Raptors. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. MP is out there with Barnes. And it's Poeltl in at the 5 spot. And the basket is good. Grant's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Portland.
Well, the jump shot's starting to come along for Jeremy Grant. He's got to continue to work this aspect of his game.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Percent pretty reasonable. Simons finds Nurkic. Now here's Simons. And they'll get another chance. Nurkic can't hit. Raptors leading by 10. Knocked loose. Here's Van Vliet. Portland grabs the miss.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Sharp. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
Van Vliet passes to Barnes. Back to Van Vliet. Down low. Here's MP. Here's Poeltl. And the dunk by Poeltl.
Well, I know he doesn't have to get too high to slam it home, but it doesn't take away from the force and the message sent on the dunk.
Here's Simons. Here's Grant. And no good. Good defense by MP. Inside. The rebound by Grant. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Sharp. Simons against Barnes. Kicks it out to Grant. And the rejection by MP. Here's Simons. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Here's Barnes. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Raptors.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
It's so hard, isn't it, Doris, to define Scotty Barnes' position? Point forward would probably, I guess that'd be correct.
I guess, Kev, and it almost doesn't matter, right? Because what we know about Scotty Barnes is he's got big-time talent. He can make plays, he can get downhill, he can rebound and run with the basketball in his hand. And think about it. He is a guy still with so much upside. Imagine when he locks in completely and understands the NBA game. Sky's the limit.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Great job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And the Raptors call time here. They're up by 12. 1:44 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Scotty Barnes.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Without his heroics here tonight, this could have been a 2nd straight loss for them. But he was sensational, and instead of a losing streak, he may have them headed in the opposite direction now. And Lillard kicks to Grant. Nurkic trying to get open. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds in the game. MP passes to Van Vliet. Back to MP. And that one, good.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Raptors.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Barnes.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Van Vliet with it. Lillard picks him up. Van Vliet can't get it to go. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Bible. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
First team foul. At the line for your Trailblazers, Matisse Thybulle. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you.
So where are you going to get yours?
We'll have to figure that out for next season.
2K TV.
Yeah, right there. Maybe I'll put my win-loss percentage right across my face.
Okay, well,
Won't be a long tattoo. All right, we're here at the 2K headquarters, and the dev team is working feverish. all of you. And one big step in that process is actually happening inside right now.
This should be an active game. Two squads that really move the ball well and share the load offensively, Brent.
Well, we got some great playmakers out here, BA, so it's a multitude of guys who are going to be able to survey the floor, maybe make that backdoor play or that lob pass to the rim. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Van Vliet and Trent Jr. team up as the backcourt. Scotty Barnes is out there with MP, and it's Pirtle in at the 5. Now here's Booker. That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
He's been a little more selective in shooting threes, has Devin Booker. But, man, when he makes one, sometimes he'll open up a can of them.
Back to Van Vliet. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Chris Paul.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Now here's Booker. Impressive scoring stats with around 27 points a game.
That's the confidence of Devin Booker. When he gets a screen, he knows what he wants to do.
Here's Van Vliet. It's Barnes on the wing. Sinks that one from the post.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Pass to Booker. Now Paul, guarded by Van Vliet. They get the rebound.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Warren against Barnes. Now Trent. With some arc, and he takes it up and lays it in.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the mobile one drive.
And I love the way he played downhill on that drive. Love the attack mentality in a close game.
Now here's Warren. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Pass to Booker. Just 4 to shoot. Over Trent. They grab their own miss. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Intensity from Ayton, consistently finding different ways to get at the defense and make them overcommit.
At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
DeAndre Ayton was so valuable in that 2021 playoff run for the Suns. Shot over 65% the entire postseason on their way to that NBA Finals appearance.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Trent outside. Back to Van Vliet. Puts it up. Durant pulls it in. And the former 1-1, the first overall draft pick. Ayton, he's just a different matchup.
That size, BA, and that great touch around the rim. He runs the floor. He's a big presence down there. You just don't see a ton of centers like him around this league like you once did in the 80s and early 90s. Ayton's game presents a pretty hefty matchup issue.
Here's Pirtle. The Suns getting their last shot to go. Van Vliet outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Shoots over Paul. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Suns leading. Inside. Another shot. Here's Durant. And at last, they get one to fall.
A great hustle from the swing man that time, as Durant doing whatever he could do to keep it alive.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Outside Barnes. That shot missing. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton. Durant, pass to Paul. Outside Warren. uses the glass on the layup.
Chris Paul is going to find anybody that's leaning the wrong way, let alone leaving an open man.
And Toronto calls time here. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that
Phoenix has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. MP is out there with Achua. Then there's Scotty Barnes. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Banton in at the 1. Outside Barnes. Right side Anunoby. Back to MP. The shot comes out, and Phoenix the other way now. The last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
I actually thought their execution at times was excellent, but they failed to come through in those important moments.
well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Trailblazers really contributed. He had an 8-point assist and also played lockdown defense. His fingerprints were all over this game. And after being on a losing streak, he came up big and helped them get back in the winning column. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, spot on, Allie. He was aggressive in that game. Really took initiative.
He really made an impact, and he'll be looking to repeat that kind of performance again tonight.
Every teammate in talking with them before the game says how much faith they have in him. They'll keep getting it to him.
To the wing, right side. To the paint. MP, that one's good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Phoenix has gone 5 of 6 from three-point land so far. Outside Ross. Back to Booker. Pass to Payne. And Anunoby pulls it down.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
The Suns have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in.
And because of the length and athleticism, Bazley can do a lot out there. He has that switchability on defense. He hits the glass so well, and I like where his offensive game is headed. Slowly building up steam. Hit 1 from range in the first. He's hit 2 here in the second.
Achua against Aiden. Achua can't hit. And a luxury for this coaching staff. Grant Bazley is happy playing a primary or secondary role.
And that's not always the case. You know, BA, sometimes ego can get in the way. But Bazley's just doing what he can to help the team achieve its goals.
To the middle. Here's Ross. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Booker more and more becoming a double threat, not just to score the ball, but starting to realize he can set up his teammates.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
Well, you ask any team executive, they're all looking for the next Giannis. The problem is there aren't many like Giannis.
That is so true, B.A. Good luck with that, team executives. But reality, look, with the way the NBA game has evolved, positionless basketball is what it's all about. Combine that with size, skill, and talent. That's a dangerous combination, and that's what every team needs.
Now here's Trent. Defense is right there.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Barnes against Warren. Pass to Durant. He can't hit that time. Oh, great D that time from MP. Here's Trent. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
That's good.
Substitution.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Suns ahead, up by 15. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The Raptors, 27.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Man, we've seen Terrence Ross really have a great game.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with T.J. Warren, and it's Ayton in at the 5. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
So what do you say about CP3 other than this guy is an all-timer? When you think about guys down the stretch who you have run your offense, CP3 has to be mentioned up there.
As for CP, seems irreplaceable with each team he's been on.
Well, he does so much for a team in terms of just keeping accountability from the coach's voice to his. Not only does he perform at the highest level on the floor, there's a lot of things that CP3 brings off the floor that really help teach guys what being a pro is all about.
Paul passes to Durant. Outside Paul. Over Van Vliet. That one a little long.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
They shoot again. MP shot is off. And for the Suns, they're shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. Paul passes to Durant. Goes back up. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the NBA expanding its footprint through video games. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, there's an opportunity to capture a new kind of fan who isn't currently watching our games but enjoys playing Nba2k. By learning about the players and the teams, they're more likely to engage in the live product. Brian?
Yeah, it goes hand in hand, Allie. Thanks. Puts it up from 12. Trent's shot is off. The Suns have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Pass to Durant. Back to Paul. Warren against Trent. Now here's Warren. Down low. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Athleticism and soft hands. Just a couple reasons why Durant is so lethal rolling off the screen.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Trent, the pass to MP. And that one drops for him.
24.
MP's got his second basket on the night.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments. Pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Phoenix making some changes. Baisley, he's checked in for Durant. Ross comes in for Warren. And Payne is subbed in for Paul. Achua's checked in for Toronto. Anunoby comes in for Trent. Oh, MP with a block. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Landale's checked in for the Suns.
Now into the lineup for your Suns, Chuck Landale.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Barnes passes to Van Vliet.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Takes a 3. The shot no good. And Phoenix will come the other way. They led by as many as 18.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Pass to Baisley. Oh, MP with a block. And now the Raptors on the break. Here's Achua. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Ross. Back to Booker. And here's Payne. Guarded by Van Vliet. To the inside, Baisley. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Baisley's got his first basket.
Baisley's got good size at 6'8", so down on the interior with that length, tough to stop.
Back to Van Vliet from behind the arc. Offensive rebound. Achua can't hit. The Suns have gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Here's Payne. Oh, MP with a block. Barnes passes to MP. Here's Achua. Tipped.
Given how long Baisley is, just not a good idea to get that ball anywhere near that length.
And Anunoby gets it to go.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, you get your feelings hurt.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Payne, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Right side Booker, stolen by Anunoby. Here's Barnes, banked it in off the glass. Barnes has got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, excellent work in transition. Pushing the ball up the floor like that helps you find easier shots.
Here's Booker. And the miss. And so it's the Phoenix Suns. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Appearing in control, but could still...
40.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Trent Jr. and Anunoby out on the wings. MP is out there with Chris Boucher, and it's Van Vliet in at the 1. Back to MP. Boucher left side. Shoots over Durant, and Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to Payne. Ayton with it, covered by MP. Back to Payne. Just 5 on the clock. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Fred Van Vliet.
Yeah, campaign just a grinder and has stuck with it. His career arc is quite interesting. Spent time in the G League.
Substitution on the court.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. And here's Durant.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Pass to Booker. Here's Lee. He's guarded by Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Durant for 3. And they get it back. Ayton draws the double. Paul passes to Ayton. Here's Lee. The 3. Here's Durant with the second effort. Here's Ayton. And finally, that one's good. Ayton's got 4 points in the quarter.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Suns.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
That'll do it for this one. They've earned their 27th victory of the year tonight.
And I'm sure they're happy to get even for what happened the last time these teams met.
And as most people predicted, the defense, even though they were keying on him, had no answers for Devin Booker.
He didn't miss out on much of the action tonight. He was magnetized to the ball and did everything he could to contribute for his team on both ends of the floor. Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
43 seconds left to play in the fourth. Paul finds Durant. Booker with it. Pulls it. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to MP. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
Paul against Van Vliet. Right side Durant. Here's Lee. The kick out to Paul. Now here's Booker. So it's the Suns winning this one easily, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Game early before launch.
Yeah, so we've been doing this for like 3 years now, this type of event, and it's been awesome. Like, it's probably one of the most helpful things we have because we work all year, and we're in our little silo, we're building our game, and we think it's in a good state, but until you get these players who play all year long, and they're representing the My Team community, the My Player community, you know, rec, the pro guys, like basically everyone's kind of got their little representative inside. And they give us a great, their great 2 cents of like how the game is feeling right off the bat, what they want to see changed, what could be tweaked, what's terrible.
This point of the season, Greg, right in the heart of the schedule, what are the biggest challenges for a player?
Kevin, sometimes it's just about knowing what city you're in. The travel in this league is crazy, but you really want to keep focused and sleep and eat right. Vital.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. MP is out there with Pirtle. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Brett Van Vliet. And it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. Clock at 4. Here's Van Vliet. The 17-footer goes down. Van Vliet's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Raptors.
The youngster, Scotty Barnes, has great vision.
Markkanen kicks to Sexton. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Anunoby. To the inside. Here's MP. That one falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores. Anytime you watch the Jazz, you have to think back to those great Utah teams of the 80s and 90s. They easily could have won a few rings.
Now, here's Olynyk. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Shoots. Rejected by Van Vliet.
And perfect positioning from Van Vliet, wanting to block shots whenever he can. Great instincts.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Now here is Pirtle. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. That's tipped.
A fearless big man. Olynyk isn't afraid to challenge opponents on their shots.
Outside, Markkanen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first.
Maybe even more than a few. Smitty, it seems hard to believe those Jazz didn't win a title or two.
Kevin, well, if it wasn't for a player named Michael Jordan, they probably would have. Those Stockton, Malone Jazz teams ran into Jordan twice in the finals when he was at the peak of his career.
Now here's Barnes. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game, and it's good for 2.
Showing the grit, Scotty Barnes holds his own in the paint.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Defended by Pirtle. Back to Clarkson. Fires the 3. The Jazz again can't hit it. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to Dallas. The 3 from Barnes. Markkanen pulls it in. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 5-point game. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the 2 meetings.
They really dominated them on both sides of the ball. We'll see if they have their number again this year.
Levine just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out.
Jazz trail by 9. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Colin Sexton. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. Sexton for 3. Utah gets it back. Olynyk finds Clarkson. Hits the 3-point bomb. Clarkson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And with an excellent understanding of the game, Olynyk is able to find open teammates.
Nice shot by Pirtle.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Suns played really well. He ended up with 8 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. We know his teammates and coaches appreciated that kind of all-around performance. He sure impacted the game. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, D.A. Win or lose, Greg, it's amazing the impact he can have on the game.
Yeah, in that last one, he was making plays all over the court. No one could match up with him.
Yes, he was. In attack mode all night. Once he gets into a rhythm, he's very difficult to slow down.
As a well-known three-point shooter that you were, Steve, what do you think about how that shot dominates the modern game we watch today?
What I love about Kevin, first of all, it gives you spacing. And you're never out of a game because of the three-point shot. You can get right back into it. And also, at the end of a game, you knock down 3 or 4 in a row, the game is over.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Anunoby. Here's MP. And the shot goes in.
24.
MP's got 6.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Clarkson outside. Back to Sexton. Shoots over Van Vliet. Another miss by Utah.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
OG Anunoby from the UK has had a nice impact on the game.
And he said he wants to grow the game in England. OG's hoping to open up some paths to the NBA for young players from the UK. When you talk about OG Anunoby, here is a guy who gets better every season, works hard on his game.
Sexton with the bounce pass. They double him with MP. Pass to Olynyk. No one near him. The Jazz again can't hit it.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Out to Clarkson. Olynyk against MP. Here's Sexton. And it's MP with the rebound.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed. That's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Utah calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Young comes in for Pirtle, and Trent subbed in for Anunoby.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Barnes passes to MP, and he makes the here for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Raptors making a switch here. Banton's checked in. Passes it to Fonjecchio. Dunn looking over the floor. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's MP. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 5th rebound in this one. 52 seconds left in the first half. He feeds it to Markkanen. Now the pass to MP. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Yep, that one goes in there. MP's got the lead up to 14 now for the Raptors.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Robinson passes to Markkanen. Here's Carey, defended by Young. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Raptors leading by 12. Manton, the pass to MP. Trent outside. Count it from 12. Trent's got his second bucket.
Stop and pop from the mid-range coming your way, courtesy of Gary Trent Jr.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors.
The Raptors, 29. Fans, your Jazz Youth Dance Team. Here they come.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
This is why you prepare. Get ready for the opportunity if it comes your way, because you may be asked to deliver.
So for Toronto right now, Barnes out there with MP. Then there's Pirtle. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the 2-guard spot. VanVleet outside. To the middle. Here's MP. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. And that's 13 points for MP.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Sexton kicks to Markkanen. Outside, Sexton. Back to Markkanen. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Back to Sexton. Clarkson surveying the floor. Astro Olynyk fires from deep. The Jazz with another miss. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. They're closing in on the end of this long, long road trip, as that will be game 6 of 7 straight away. Anunoby finds Pirtle. Markkanen against Barnes. Shoots. Rebounded by the Jazz.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Clarkson from downtown. And they recover it. Second shot opportunity. And Olynyk finishes it off. Olynyk's got his first 2 points.
Finally. Now 1 for 5 here in the third. We'll see if that boosts their confidence.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Gary Trent Jr., his teammate was so open, he could have passed it with his eyes closed.
And for Toronto, Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's MP. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Pirtle in at the 5. Markkanen off the left rim and out.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And for Utah,
kind of the size deficiency, VanVleet has developed an insane number of moves inside.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this league.
Yes, that goes in.
And I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
To the paint, and the dunk by Pirtle.
I like how Fred VanVleet stays patient. Eyes up, finds the breakdown in the defense.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Sexton. VanVleet against Dunn. Here's Markkanen. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Anytime you can set up Markkanen off the catch, you have a good chance of coming away with points.
VanVleet against Dunn. VanVleet looking around. 6 to shoot. Here's Anunoby. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And as OG develops the rest of his skill set, this is one thing he can rely upon, that three-point shot.
Pass to Dunn. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
24.
Some things change here in the league, but a little trash talk still seems, Steve, like a key component to the game.
Kessler.
I'm having a hard time remembering. Did you partake in that?
I did, Kevin, but I didn't call it trash talk. We just talked, and you tried to get into your opponent's head. And also, for me, I played better when I was talking.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Utah. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Dunn. Markkanen passes to Olynyk. Back to Markkanen. Another miss by Utah.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
There's the pass to Anunoby. Barnes outside. Here's Van Vliet. MP outside. Back to Van Vliet. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
No hesitation from Fred VanVleet. Assertive off the catch and shoot.
Jazz have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Nice ball movement by Utah.
Remaining in the game, 2 minutes.
Dishes to Markkanen. Over Barnes. And that one hits back iron. Raptors have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. To the inside. MP, no good.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Good D by Barnes. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Raptors.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Nice shot by Pirtle.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Back to Sexton. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
This is what they like about Markkanen. He will make the next pass when the defense overplays him.
Well, for the Raptors, they can just run out the clock. Pirtle finds Barnes. Now Van Vliet. Pass to Anunoby. No good. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.